Hey guys, Griffin here. I'm going to be going over something that was a struggle for me, so I figured I'd make a video to help other people try to figure out how to move their character from Classic over to the Classic PTR, because it's not as straightforward as clicking this button right here, as easy as it makes it look. So let's go through the steps, and then we'll go ahead and kind of fix everything. I've kind of already done all the work, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through what I had to do. So I'm going to click copy character. I'm going to select the character, which I'm just going to copy Grifton again. Done this so many times now. Yep. Copying it over. I'm going to come up with a unique name for this. Oh, hold on. Cancel. I'm actually going to go to Addons, and I'm going to do disable all, just so the page loads faster. Okay, so I'm going to log in, so I have to change the name. So I'm going to do Grifton. Okay. Do two F's, two T's. We're gonna have to remember that for later. Okay, so click in, renaming character, logging in. Hopefully the login will be fast because all the add-ons are disabled. We'll just have to do like the internet stuff. While we wait, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I love hearing feedback from you guys. So, all right, looks like we're about to load the screen. And there we go. Okay, bunch of errors. Stuff loaded, even though I clicked don't load anything. That's never a good sign. And look at this. This is horribly bad. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it. Trade skill master. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click exit game. Now I already have two windows opened up for you. You're gonna see this one is from Classic. Up here it says Classic. And here, in case you're not sure, if you go to your World of Warcraft folder, you should have a PTR folder. If you don't, that means you haven't installed it yet, so you need to make sure this is installed. But you will have a Classic and a PTR once that's done. So here's Classic, here's the PTR. Now we're going to go ahead and do the work. Now we're going to pretend like you haven't done anything yet on the PTR. You don't have any characters copied over, no add-ons copied over. So let's just start with that. You're going to go to Interface, Add-ons, and you're going to do a Control-A, a Control-C, and then you're going to come over here and do the same thing. Go to Interface, Add-ons, and I already have them copied over, but right here you would do a Paste or a Control-V, and it's going to copy them over. I'm just going to cancel this as soon as it throws an error at me. Actually, I'll just close that. Because I've already done it. So all the files are already over here. You've got these are just the add-ons though. The way World of Warcraft works doesn't really have to. You don't have to know this, but these are the shared file. Excuse me, shared file data that doesn't ever get changed. You don't normally modify anything in here. I say that, but we're going to in a second. But we'll get back to that. Okay, so now you've got the add-ons. That's great. They were already there for me, so I didn't have to do that. So now we're going to go back to Classic and Classic PTR. We're going to select the WTF folder. I'm going to do this one at a time. Okay, and we're going to go to Account. We're going to select our account. And let's do it here. Account, select our account. And there should be a bunch of bindings, cache, and macros. You don't really need the .old files, but you might as well copy them over. Select all of them, do a Control C, or just right click and click copy. And I'm doing it backwards, but right click here, click copy, and then paste it into the PTR. Everything you're going to do is going from Classic over to the PTR. Okay, so you've got that done. Now we're going to we're actually going to copy save variables too. Just right click, copy, right click, paste, and then click yes. Anytime it prompts you, it says, would you like to overwrite this or replace it? Just click yes. Especially because you're going to the PTR. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to go into the actual realm itself. So let's go to Westfall for me. Here are all my old characters I don't even have anymore. And here are all my billion Griftons. So if it was just the exact same name, let's say you already renamed it, and it was exactly Grifton, you could just drag this and drop this. But because it's not the same name, I'm going to go in and open it. Go in. It was, I believe, 2Fs, 2Ts. Yes, it's the one. And I'm going to select everything here. I'm going to do a copy. Select everything here. You don't really have to, whatever. Yeah, and just do a paste. And it's going to prompt you, yep, replace the files. So cool. Now the variables are there. They've been copied over. So now I have all my files. If I loaded it right now, it would kind of work. There's a couple extra steps I want to take really quick. I already did them, but I'm going to show them to you. So now we're going to go back to Classic and back to Classic PTR. We're going to go back to Interface. I'm actually just going to do it on here because I'm going to do it here. And actually, no, I'm going to show you the difference. Okay. And we're going to scroll down and look for ElvUI. Because if you use ElvUI, you need to do this. If you don't have ElvUI, you can skip this part. It's only for ElvUI users, so yeah, just skip ahead or just stop watching because pretty much everything will work. There is one step at the end I'm going to show you, so just jump ahead if you still aren't getting like bartender or something working. I'll show that. So I'm in the ElvUI folder. I'll do it here as well. ElvUI. Now there is a file I had to change the name of. ElvUI-BCC got changed to just ElvUI no -BCC. I just removed it. If you don't know how to do that, it's right click, rename. Actually, I'm going to show you because some people just really don't know. Do not touch the .toc. That's really important. You just want to rename it to ElvUI.toc. Okay. Once you do that, you're going to do the exact same thing in the options folder. And you see I already did it. Right here, ElvUI options.toc, ElvUI options-bcc.toc. Okay, so this is already set up. There are 2 more steps. I apologize, but we are going to go back to add-ons, back to ElvUI, click here, and we're looking for a libraries folder, and we're going to look for lib item search -1.2. Now, before I do any of this, before you touch any of this, you should always make copies. I don't need to because I'm pretty familiar with how programming works. It's what I do for a living. But if you ever are unsure of what you're going to do, right click, click copy, and then just paste it. And that way it's going to create a dash copy. So if you ever need to go back to the original, just delete the new one and rename this without the dash copy. But I don't need this. But I'll just leave it there for now. Okay, so now in this one, you're going to see, you can't see because it's on the other screen, there is a lib.filters.tip phrases. This is the key one. This is for garrisons and followers, which only really applies in Warlords of Draenor and beyond. So this actually doesn't need to happen, but it's throwing an error. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to open this up, drag it over as well. And as you can see, I just deleted those 2 lines. I went like this and clicked backspace and got rid of it. And then you're going to close it and it's going to prompt you to save. Go ahead and save. That's step 1. Then you're going to go back to ElvUI, and you're going to go to modules, and you're going to go to bags, and you're going to go to bags.lua, and right click and say open with, and select notepad. Now, what you're going to do now, I apologize, this is more complicated than you might think. Let's see, you got to go to edit. We're going to do find down, and there's a word called tip capital phrase. If you don't have match case selected, you could just type in tip phrase as one word, tip phrase, and then click find next. You can't find it in here because I've already deleted it, but I'm going to show you in the other one. Modules, bags, open with, notepad. And I'm going to do, I'm just going to do control F because I'm the shortcut. Tip phrase, find next, see. And take this if search, go from if to end and just delete it. This is also referencing tip phrases which don't exist in Classic WoW. So once that's gone, you click save. Everything's good. Okay, and now let's log in. Now again, if I didn't say this already, ElvUI does have a PTR version. You can get it off their Discord. I didn't feel like dealing with it, so I just fixed these. If that's something that works for you, go ahead and do it. But if you're just irritated that you're getting errors, this is a quick fix for this. Okay, so this is our new character. We're going to log in. We're expecting errors. Don't freak out. Okay, so we've got our error here. Okay, so this actually is an error. I use Plater for my nameplates, but ElvUI has a built-in one. But I want to use Plater, so I'm just going to let them know. It's going to reload. It's also going to ask me the same thing for Bartender because I use Bartender over ElvUI because Bartender has a couple features I really like. So it's going to say the same thing. You've got 2 different features doing the same thing. You have to choose one. I'm going to select Bartender 4. There's 2 steps left, and then we're done. Ooh. All right, let's get this error out of the way. I'm going to type bartender to pull this up. I bet there's a button somewhere I don't feel like looking for. And this is bartender. I'm going to go to profiles and I'm going to go to copy from, and I'm going to look for my original Griffin Westfall. Click close. Notice there's not a lot here, but I'm also going to do the same thing for ElvUI. I'm going to go to, even though it's already done, if you want to make sure, just go to profiles, copy from Griffin Westfall, and it should say accept. Yep. Cool. Okay, so now the last step is there's missing buttons here. I actually have buttons here. See? The reason they're missing is because they're macros, and the macros aren't properly set up. So, like, the bindings and all that stuff are broken. So there's an add-on called MySlot that allows you to copy these over. So you have this add-on on both your Classic and your PTR. And what you're going to do is you're going to click Export. I don't think it hurts to click that yet. Click Export, and then you're going to copy this and put it in a text file so you can use it later. Or if you're just copying it and pasting it right there, you can just copy and paste it. I repeatedly use this, so I have it saved as a folder. So I'm going to click Close. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Let's see. Oh, I selected the wrong one. Okay. So in my Classic PTR, WTF account, Classic PTR realm, I have a file called MySlot. And this is the file I created on my Classic. And I copied it right here. I did a Control A, Control C, or you can just start at the bottom, drag up. Whoa, it's pretty long. Sorry, I'm not used to drag. I'm used to just commands. Make sure you get all the way to the top. You can just right click, copy, and then you're going to come here, type /MySlot, and you're going to just, this is normally empty, so I'm just going to delete this. And I'm going to do a paste, which I did, and I'm going to click import. Accept. It's going to give you a bunch of question marks. Don't worry about that. We're going to close it. And for the final time, /reload UI. And if everything went properly, it's going to be a minute. Okay, don't freak out. That error is normal. There. Everything is good to go now. My bags work. I think search works. Yeah, it does. Cool. Everything works on it. My character screen is back to what it was with ElvUI. All my buttons work. I use shortcuts for a lot of this stuff. And yeah, that's it. I have now copied my character exactly over to the PTR to work exactly how I want it to. I hope this helps. I hope it made it easier for you to move your character over. I know a lot of people struggle with this, so feel free to share this video if anyone's like, hey, I can't figure out how to get my character over to the PTR. Anyway, name's Grifton. I do videos. Check me out. Take care, guys.